to talk to you about is something that I've been working on. I was actually wondering how to help people. I've had quite a lot of calls, emails. I saw people panicking. I saw people being very worried. I saw a lot of people, as I said, like adopt this, like, let's wait and see strategy. And I basically wanted to make sure that for those of you who understand and who really want to take that opportunity to kind of revamp your whole job search approach and learn to serve the market, that I give you the tools to do so. So what I've decided to do is something that I procrastinated for a really long time, because I was like, am I really doing this? But I've decided to open up everything that's on my platform, all the tools to help you out, okay? And what I'm going to do is, I have this course online, which is, it's called the Ultimate 3-Step Job Search Strategy. In very short, it's a job search MBA. It's everything that you can possibly need to know, from like the job search planning to the branding, mindset, resume, LinkedIn, etc., all the way to job interview, salary negotiation, right? So this is a large program. And what I've decided to do is to basically, normally it's an online course. Okay, I know online courses are not always for everyone because it takes a lot of discipline to do it. And I know that at the moment it's not easy because, you know, there's the uncertainty, everything. So what I've decided to do is to launch that program live. So the program has 9 modules. And what I'm going to do is that week after week, I'm going to go live. I'm going to do a live workshop online like this one. And we're going to touch every single subject of the 9 module week after week. And we're going to do it in a COVID adapted way. So what I will do is, I'm in contact with all the recruiters, headhunters, HR people in my network. I'm monitoring what's going on the market. So every week, for every module, I'm going to relay to you the information I get from the market to help you adapt your strategy in general, like understand what's going on, but also for every step of the module, for every step of your job search process, I'm also going to help you adapt to COVID. So we're going to do it basically together. And this is great because it's also keeping the motivation up. I'm going to be available. So we're going to have the workshops, and we're going to do it more interactive than here, because it's going to be, of course, a smaller group. So what I will do then in this case is that we will do it as a mastermind. So we will have with each workshop question and answers, the possibility for you to brainstorm, get support. You know, so it's really going to be live and interactive. So there's also going to be the support of the community throughout the crisis and the job search. So here in short is what the program is about. So basically, starting next week, we're going to look at finding the opportunity. So helping you understand how to look at the market, how to go out to people to get the information, how to use this information to kind of basically reorient your career based on your profile. So we're going to do this together. And then I'm going to help you develop your branding. So specifically taking into consideration how you're reorienting yourself, what are the new market needs, how to build in the soft skills into your branding to have like really that wow factor. And this year, the branding, as I said, this is where the magic happens. If you don't nail down your branding, nothing else will work. Not the networking, not the job interview, not the resume, not the LinkedIn. This is really like the core element, right? Then we're going to talk about visibility strategies. This is really important in the context of a competitive market. And here, I've had people using those strategies who have landed jobs without even sending a resume to a company. In particular, one of my clients, she was really focused on one company. That's the company she wanted to work with. She used one of those strategies. So she applied for that company a couple of times, never got any answer, as usual, right? And then she used one of those strategies, kind of got in contact with the HR, the hiring manager, or the department head of the department she wanted to work with. Not only within 3 months, within 3 months, she landed a job. She moved up the ladder. She was able to negotiate a part of her job and responsibilities. And she was super happy on top about the salary increase, right? So this is what visibility strategies do. And they're very important at the moment because the market is going to become just like crazy busy, right? So we're going to talk about those, how you can use different visibility strategies to get your resume on top of the pile, to start the conversation with people, to get into companies that you're interested in, that you're unable to get into otherwise. Then we're going to talk about the success mindset, and this is really important. There are important mindset shifts that you need to make to be able to position yourself, to be able to present your branding confidently without being salesy. Here we talk about branding and pitching yourself, etc. But I'm not one to do the salesy, arrogant sales pitch. It's really about getting to know yourself, getting to know what you bring to the table, and everyone I've seen who have nailed this down, they automatically become more comfortable being able to say, hey, this is what I bring, this is what I'm good at, this is why I'm unique. And then it's completely different, right? So the success mindset we're going to talk about, because that's also important, especially in a crisis market. We're going to talk about your resume, because of course, once you have that great brand, you need to be able to translate it to the resume, to optimize your resume. There are many tricks also to put those soft skills into the resume. So we're going to talk about those things. We're going to talk about all the ways that you can use LinkedIn to propel your brand, okay? So not just building your profile. Most coaching programs, they teach you how to keyword optimize your profile on LinkedIn. This is just one dimension, because what happens is that LinkedIn is an algorithm. So LinkedIn analyzes like really a lot of things, that everything that you do, everything that you're about on LinkedIn is taken into consideration. So you can be keyword optimized all you want, you will be coming out in the search result. But what this doesn't say is whether your name is going to come out at the top or on the 10th page. And of course, if you're anywhere outside of the top of the listing, you're not going to be seen, right? So being on LinkedIn and building your visibility and your credibility on LinkedIn is also about learning in a non-techie way, I promise, how to serve that algorithm so that you become visible, so that when you post, so that when there are like headhunters or HR people searching for people, that you bring yourself on top of the pile. And also, especially if you do a career transition or if you want to stand out in your field, LinkedIn is the platform where you can establish. So it's not just about having your resume, it's about showing it in practice. And LinkedIn gives you tools to do that. So I'm going to show you how to do that, how to build that brand, how to serve the algorithm. And this is a career investment, because it's similar strategies I use with people who are building their brand and their credibility and their visibility to get further in their job. So to get to the next promotion, to negotiate the next salary level, etc. So this is a career investment. Then, of course, as we go further, I'm going to teach you all the networking secrets. And here, this is really, in my view, the gold nuggets of all the programs I've done is the networking one, because everyone is basically, how can I say, everyone understands that networking is important. But this is a bit like sales. You know, if you're a salesperson, you go to a conference, you pick up business cards and stuff like that, you're still extremely far from converting that into a sales. And there's a process, there's a science, there's an art into going from getting a business card to closing a sales deal, right? And this is the same art that you need to have. And what I looked at was that, like, it was always the same question. People coming to me, yeah, but how? How do I do it? You know, everyone understands that it's important, but no one knows really how to do it. So this is where I really put my kind of former consulting background into how can I really make this very practical. And what I've done is I've built a whole kind of course, which is breaking it down into different channels. And I've really made it step by step. Okay, so from who you need to speak to, how you find them on LinkedIn, how you write a message so that they will accept your connection request, how do you craft it? I mean, this has email templates, example of questions you can use in informal interviews and everything. Like, okay, you do this, then this happens, you do this and this and this. This is everything step by step, from reaching out to someone to kind of getting the leads and then closing those leads through interviews and stuff, right? So it is really not just telling you that networking is important, it's telling you exactly step by step how to do it with all the tools, email email templates, scripts for calls to recruiters, every single thing you need is in there, right? Then, of course, if you manage to get all the way to the interview, I'm going to give you all the tools to also rock that interview. That's very important. We don't get that chance so often, so it's better to be very well prepared. And with everything that we will have worked on, the last module is basically on salary negotiation. So that module is going to really help you get the best possible deal, because, of course, once you have a good branding and you're kind of confident to present it in the job interview, your capacity to negotiate your salary is also much, much higher. So this is a program overview. So as I said, we're going to have workshops. So each module is going to be presented one per week. And we're going to do it live on this more interactive webinar platform. And I'm going to be available to answer the questions, to help you brainstorm, to help you adapt it to the COVID situation, but also answer all the questions, brainstorm with everyone. And and then within the program, when you're going to access the program, you're immediately going to have access to all the modules. So for each module, there is a video tutorial from a previous round of recording. So you have immediately access to whatever you need. And you have workbooks and then all sorts of different tools. So with the resume module, for example, you have fillable templates, you have worksheets, brainstorm questionnaires, like a whole bunch of things. This is all available from day one on the platform. And then, as I mentioned, so you have various tools, templates, email templates for reaching out to your network, to recruiters, etc. Preparation questionnaires for the interviews. And then what I've decided to do, which is the big leap that I've done here, is that basically I've decided to put all the courses. So when you basically log in, you have access to all the courses, all the job search courses that are on the platform, okay? And then further than that, what I will do, because this course is quite a lot of material over a short period of time, over 10 weeks. So what I will still do is, once we were done with the program, with the workshops, we're still going to have regular mastermind, so I can walk you through putting this in practice, remain available for your job search. So we'll have the community, our regular meetings, to just help you through. And we're going to do this all the way. So we're going to finish the theory at the end of June, and then we're going to go on from June till end of October all together. Okay, and what I'm going to do, so now I'm going to put the link. So if you're interested to basically have a look at it, I'm going to put the link in the chat box. Just give me 1 second. So at the top of the chat box, and I'm almost done. So in 2 minutes, I'm going to take your questions. Okay, so I'm putting on the top of the chat box, you have the link if you're interested. So what I'm going to do is, if you register, if you jump in and register now, I'm going to offer the 10 first people who register unlimited email access. So you can email me with your questions for the duration of the program. In addition, because that's super important, I'm going to offer the first 5 people who sign up, I am going to offer you a 45-minute laser branding session. So we're going to have 40 minutes online, like a private coaching session of 45 minutes. So I'm going to have a look at your materials, and then we're going to brainstorm directly together. So I'm going to help you pin down your own branding, right? So we're going to do it together. That's a value of 175 euros. So for the first 5 people. And then I know this is a time where, we're all uncertain. If you're job searching, I'm assuming that potentially you don't currently have a job. So I've really tried to make it as easy, as accessible, as low risk as possible. So you can check it out, you can have a look, and it's refundable if you decided, okay, this is not for you. And so all of this together is 2,500 euros in value. And I've decided to make it available on a payment plan for 45 euros per month. So I've stretched myself thin to offer as much as possible, as much support, and make it kind of basically as accessible as possible, so that everyone could basically just benefit from all that support, but without breaking the bank either. So you have basically two options if you want to join. So either on the payment plan for 45 euros, those of you who want to pay it in one go, it's also possible. And then in this case, you save 45 euros, but you also get an extra bonus, which is basically the time management bootcamp. So to help you manage the job search along with potentially like family at home or whatever. So, so you get this as an extra bonus. So just to recap, if you're quick enough and you register, I will basically, you get, if you're in the first 10 people, you will get email access throughout the program. And if you're in the 5 fastest registration, then you will get the, you will get also the free 45-minute private branding session with me. So that alone is worth 175 versus the program in total is worth 495. So you see already, this is, yeah, I really